Hello everyone and welcome to the Simulated Handball Federation's Final Four, and it is the second semi-final, this one between the heavyweights, the perennial rivals BARÇA and THW KIEL, facing off for a place in the final and a date with destiny against Kielce. It's Chris O'Reilly here with you for this one, and joined again by Marcio Menino. Marcio, how you doing today?
Hey Chris, I'm doing fine. Thank you for having me once again. And like someone who loves handball, I'm expecting a game to watch and rewatch for ages. This is the semi-final of the Final Four, and I want to see this like every last second of it.
Well, I think you're in for a treat here, and if it's anything like you predicted it to be there, then I think we're all in for a treat. It's it's a competition and an event which always shows a lot of surprises, always gives us something new. But here in this semi-final between BARÇA and Kiel, there are no surprises to see these two teams here. They have been the outstanding teams in this year's Champions League, two of the deepest and most impressive squads, and also two of the best performers all season long. BARÇA, they flew through their quarter-final against Montpellier, whereas Kiel, they were pushed all the way against Porto and really just survived thanks to Nicolas Landin in the final few minutes.
Yeah, Kiel didn't fall for the trap two times, and they reached the semi-final, but I think they have that upper edge, after a big battle. You still have that, that strength inside of you to keep up and do another great battle. And this time against Barcelona, like you said, they were cruising, and we'll see who gets the win here. Both teams have been doing excellent in this Champions League.
We're just about to get this one started. 18,000 people in the Lanxess Arena, and the match is underway. And straight away, Runa Damke down the left wing gets a shot in, but it's saved by Gonzalo Perez de Vargas. BARÇA can't control an attack down the other end, and the first goal of the game goes to Lucas Nielsen, who's starting in at left back for Kiel. Nicolas Landin gets himself his first of the day, and immediately after that it's Hendrik Pekeler who sneaks in behind the defender in on the line. Another save by Nicolas Landin. It's a flying start for Kiel, 2 goals up.
Yes, it is, and I'm loving this combination with the left back and the line player here for Kiel. They're finding the spaces to go through Barcelona defense. I don't know if Fabregas will be, if he gets alone there, I don't know what will happen against those two.
And a fascinating start here in the opening 8.5 minutes. Just 3 goals scored. Nicolas Landin absolutely killing it so far. 75% save rate. And down the other end, Nicholas Ekberg flying in from the right wing makes it 3-1. Finally, Lukas Indrich gets in on the act with his first goal. He's going to be very important today as he makes it 3 goals to 2. But both defences and both goalkeepers on top here. And I mentioned Sindrich before, 2 goals in a row for him, equalising it temporarily before the big Norwegian Harald Reinkind gets in and makes it 4-3.
And that's another save for London. He's been amazing this game so far. And one thing, it's against Sindrich, because Sindrich went to Barcelona. Barcelona needed a center back that would organize the game, but at the same time could score goals. Because we know Entre Rios, 39 years old, 60 minutes may be too much for him. And Sindrich can offer a different thing. And it's 4-5 now. A draw now. The first draw here of the game, 5-5, Chris. Amazing, loving it.
And Gonzalo Perez de Vargas not doing too badly either. He's up past 55% save rate, and we've seen Lukas Indrich in for his 3rd goal, temporarily giving BARÇA their first lead, and yet again going in the lead 7-6 now, thanks to Aaron Palmerson, who's in. There's such a backcourt for both teams here. Perez de Vargas with another save, and a missed opportunity there for Thiago Petrus on the counter-attack to make it a 2-goal game, and that's quickly punished by Rune Damke, making it 7-7. The goal's starting to fly in here late in the second half. Just 5 minutes left to play. Domagoj Duvniak in finally with his first goal from 4 attempts. Not a great performance so far, but not punishing Kiel too much as Stefan Weinhold from the right back position makes it 9-8. 3 minutes left here. Nicolas Landin with another save, coming in with the break, and the lead here is going to be so important, and it looks like it's Kiel's at the moment, Marcio.
It is. They took the lead again after that Barcelona streak. But it's like you said, Duvniak is not giving everything he can, I think. 1 in 5, 2 in 6. It's not something that usually Duvniak is up to, you know. Usually he misses like 1-2 shots, but today is taking his time, and I think he's going to be substituted in this timeout. Barcelona needs to get at least closer in this last minute because second half, you know, 1 goal may be a difference, and the upper end will be good for Barcelona if they can get it.
A big save there by Gonzalo Perez de Vargas right before the buzzer, making it a 2-goal game. That would have been a bit of a disaster for Barça to go into the halftime break 3 goals down, considering how low scoring this game is, 10 goals to 8. And it was a late 3-goal run for Kiel at the end of this first half, which has really turned the game on its head. Barça with the lead 8-7 temporarily, but you have to say on the whole basis of the first half, Kiel would have been pretty disappointed not to have the lead.
True, Chris. And it's like you said, it's a low-scoring first half, thanks mostly for the 2 goalkeepers. Perez de Vargas has 44% efficiency, Landin has 50%, and it's been insane so far for them, always on the game and like pulling the fast breaks whenever they can.
A couple of goals here early in the second half. It's the young shooters from the backcourt, Dickamem and Nikola Bilic getting in on the act. Hendrik Pekeler again sneaking around the line, making it a 3-goal game, the largest lead so far in the game for Kiel, and make that 4 goals thanks to Rune Damke. Not looking good here for Barça at the beginning of this second half, and a wisely chosen timeout for coach Javi Pascal. Yeah, very
indeed.
Very
this
important.
Is a great timeout. And if we think about it, last year when Barcelona was up by 7 and they lost after a streak from Vada, and the streak was kind of like this, was like a 5-6-0 streak for Vada, and they were from 7 they were losing by 1, and immediately they took over Barcelona. I don't know if this timeout will help. Hopefully it will for the sake of the game, but Kiel, they're like in the smashing turn right here.
And straight away, Palmerson getting a chance in there as he sets up Lucas Indrit, saved by Nicolas Landin, and the timeout doesn't seem to have helped at all. It's a 5-goal lead. Domagoj Duvniak, he's had an up and down day so far, but it doesn't matter when you have Nicolas Landin in goal for you, still up above 50%. And finally, Lucas Indrit gets one in. He's also had a mixed day today, 3 goals from 5, and Barça, they're going to have to get some stops in here because Harold Reinkind...
It's the 5 goal.
Yeah, 5
it's the
goals.
5-goal lead, Chris. It's the 5-goal lead. The turning point, the mental break, usually for the players whenever they're 5 goals down. If one team is able to get from those 5 goals, it's Barcelona. But with this Landin, I don't think so. Landin is just too strong right now.
It's incredible.
Another save.
It's incredible. And with 12 minutes left to play, Barça have only scored 11 goals. This is ridiculous. Nicolas Landin killed Porto in the quarter-final in the final few minutes. He's doing it again here. Domagoj Duvniak gets his 4th goal of the game. Another save by Nicolas Landin. And this is turning into one of the incredible goalkeeper performances. And there's a 3rd and final timeout for Barça.
Oh my God.
Less than 6 or 7 minutes left. 7 goals down. It's the end of the party for Barça, I'm afraid to say, and it looks like Kiel are going through to the final to face Kielce.
Never in my life I could imagine something like this. This is just, like you said, it's ridiculous.
Well, we
saw a 7-goal lead, 11-18, like lowest scoring game probably in the semifinal of a Champions League.
Probably not since the 1970s in the European Champions Cup. And we didn't even have the internet back then. And it's Nicolas Landin yet again. But we saw them do this to Vardar in the group phase as well, keeping them down to 4 goals in one half. They've done it again, but at the biggest stage. And yet again, Barça have faltered. They've played well all season long, but they just cannot score a goal here. And there's just over 2.5 minutes left to play. The punishment being lashed on by this Kiel team who, you know, overall, when it comes to the attack, nobody's really been outstanding. They've spread out the goals nicely. You see Rune Damke with 2, Pekela with 2, Bilic with 3, Dovniak, well, he's up to 6 now, but 6 from 10, you know? Yeah. It's been a mixed bag.
A better second half than first. Yeah.
But Barça have just been completely left wanting here, and, you know, looking at some of the stats there, you know, it's not even worth mentioning. You know, Dikemem 3 from 7, Palmerson 1 from 5. It's just not good enough. Nicolas Landin is on another planet. Harold Reinkind puts the final.
There are people in the stands saying
coffin.
to the referee to end the match. I can see people saying, "End the match, please, ref." It's 9 goals. It's too much.
They're already dead.
I'm speechless. Like, you're beating something. This is not Barcelona that I know. And it's like you said, like, there's 25%
incredible
efficiency in the Barcelona players.
A 6-goal run in the end over the case of 20 minutes or so. And the final score, Marcio, Barça 11, THW Kiel 21. And
do we have the records? Do we have the records for
this?
We have that stats.
There's a glitch in the matrix. There's a glitch in the matrix, Marcio. And it's Kiel. Well, look, you have to hand it to them. THW Kiel with a 10-goal win. Going through to the final to face Kielce. Domagoj Dovniak, top scorer there with 6 goals from 10. And besides that, a bunch of Kiel players. Bilic with 3, Nielsen with 3, Reinkin with 3, Lucas Sindrich.
There's Sindrich there.
All alone there in the Barca scorers. And also you have to look at the goalkeeping stats, which we will as well. And you know, Gonzalo Perez de Vargas didn't have a bad game. I think he was high 30%.
No, the first half it was great.
But 64%, Marcio. I don't know. 64%. And, well, he has to be player of the match, right? We're going to see that in a moment, but there's no arguing.
Completely. No, there's no argument over there. Like, a guy that comes in the second half and just shuts the goal. This is madness. And it's like, I think Duvniak actually hurt us in the first half because we were complaining about it. Look at this. Nicolas Landin, man of the match, of course. But Duvniak hurt us, and in the second half he said, no. These guys are complaining. They're like, nah, I'm going to go for it. 6 in 10, actually 10 shots. To allow Duvniak to give 10 shots, well, it's kind of like you're signing your death, you know, like your will. You're signing the will, saying, yeah, go for it.
That's it.
Chris.
Kiel through to the final against Kielce. It's going to be a big one. Andy Wolf against Nicolas Landin. Igor Karacic against Domagoj Dovniak. Oh, it's going to be a big one, and we'll be there for you. Marcio Menio and myself, Chris O'Reilly. That's it for today. We'll see you for the grand finale very, very soon.
Thank you all.